Welcome back to another episode of I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm trying to make it look good. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you guys are doing great, man. I'm feeling good. It's a nice, beautiful, hot, sunny day out here in South Florida. But as always, we got a lot of work to do because the CRX is getting painted. So there's still a lot of little things that we want to try and get done as much as possible so that when the CRX is done, we could just start going ham and putting things back in order. And one of the things is obviously restoring the headlights of the CRX and the tail lights, but we're not going to focus on the tail lights. We're going to try and focus today on the headlights. We're going to do our best to try to get these things back to looking nice and pretty like they did when they probably were originally made. So that's what we got to do today, guys, and possibly tomorrow depending on how the day goes. And also my niece is having actually a baby today. So depending on how that goes, this might be a day project, it might be a 2-day project, but we're going to do our best. Now to start, first and foremost, we got to give these guys a really good cleaning to make sure we get all the dust, oils, grease, any kind of grime that's on there off. And then we have to obviously let them sit, let them dry so that we could start the sanding process. Now I know that there is different ways of bringing these back to life. You have the sanding and polishing, you have the sanding and clearing, you have the go and buy a new whole damn headlight. What we're gonna do is sand, clear coat. We'll go ahead and get both of these side tabs off of them, and just remember that they go there. Now there is a little bit of condensation on the inside. It has been raining quite a bit here down south, on and off. And then obviously sitting under this tent probably doesn't help much, but we're going to try to get that out, or just let them sit in the sun, and then we will address the water stuff later on if we need to. Let's go ahead and grab these guys, head over to my hose, the water hose, and get these nice and washed. Both brackets are now off, as you can see, and all I'm using is some heavy duty degreaser, a little detailed brush, a Brillo pad, a bucket with some water, which obviously we got to add water, and then I'm just going to scrub them, brush them as good as I can, and then rinse them off and let them dry. The brush first. What I want to eventually do as well, you guys tell me what you think, is repaint this little like gray, the housing of the light itself. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure if I'm going to yet, but you guys let me know what you think. You guys saw we just got a really good cleaning in, and the gray part actually looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit dirty here and there, but I don't think I'm gonna have to really paint this, guys, to be honest. We'll see once it's in the car and in the engine bay. If it's really noticeable, then we'll go ahead and repaint them, but for now I think we'll be okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take this table, sit it over there in my yard where there's a lot of sun, and let these things bake and really dry up so that we could start the sanding process. Hopefully we could start sanding today. If not, like I said, tomorrow is another day, or the next day, but we'll continue it with this video. Table is now sitting in the sun, and I think in the meantime I'm gonna go ahead and try to sand these down and paint those real quick. That's gonna be quick and easy. There was no reason to record, but they are both done. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit both of them with acetone. Make sure I get all the grease, dust, oils off, and then we'll hit them with some spray paint. And as for these 4 screws, I'm literally just gonna, I'm not gonna record it. I'm literally gonna hit them with the sander on their head, sand it down, and then I'm gonna spray the rust neutralizer on them, let them dry, and then tomorrow or later on today, then I'll hit them with some spray paint. Damn, that was a lot. Whoopsie. Here we got some flat black spray paint from Quick Color, something that I had just laying in the back shed. So that's what I'm going to be using. First coat done. We'll let that sit for a couple minutes. Flip now. We'll let that sit. We'll spray that again, that top part. Then we'll let it sit dry. Then we'll go ahead and flip them over and hit the backside. Pause. This is now coat number 2 on the backside. Pause. They're looking really, really good. And that's it. That is it for today. Tomorrow, guys, we will go ahead and finish up on the headlights. So, be back. Welcome back. It's the next day. We got some sanding to do. Went to Harbor Freight. Got some more sandpaper. And let me show you guys what we're going to use and get started. So first, I'm going to start off with 240. From 240, I'm going to move up. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand. Come on. From 240, we're going to move up to 320. From 320, then we're going to move up to 600. After the 612, then 2. I'm sure others that who have done this and do this may use a different setting of a different like number of sandpaper, but that's what I've always done in the past, and it's always worked for me. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. Now you could see that whoever had these lights before me probably did the same method with the sanding down, because you could see like clear coat chipping. So we obviously have to get all of that off first before we can obviously hit it with clear. So like I said, we'll start off with the 220 first and move up from there. Like I said, because these were prior to me having them, someone clear coated them, you could see the clear. You could see like the discoloration. That's the clear coat. So that, all of that is what I need to get off so that it stays like this. Then we can move on to the next step and eventually clear it. But we have to get rid of the old clear, because if we go right on top of the new clear, it's gonna look like crap and it's not gonna adhere correctly. So if your light's never been cleared, then you don't have to get rid of the clear coat. Obviously, you just need to scuff the whole headlight and or tail light, whatever you're doing, and then clear it. 220 is done on both headlights. You can tell how hazy they are. So now I'm gonna go ahead and move up to, like I said, the 320 and do the same exact thing with the 320 on both headlights. I'm not going to record the 320. I'm not going to record the 600, but then I'll show you guys a little bit of the 12 and the 2000. But I'm literally going to do the exact same thing with both grits, 320, 600. And so you know, the reason that you want to move up in the texture and the grit is you want to start off heavy to get off a thick, nasty layer of plastic that's bad, or glass, whether it's glass or plastic. It's almost like paint. Then you want to move up to start smoothing out the rough grit that was left there, and then you want to just smooth it out more and more and more and more. And that's the reason why we start off at a low number and then go higher up. It's probably very hard to tell, but you can almost see that just by doing the 320 just now. This one's a little more clear, almost like a white, excuse me, and that one has more of a yellow tint. It might be hard to tell on camera, but by doing that, again, I'm smoothing out all the nasty like scratches that the 220 left. So now once I hit this eventually with the 6, same thing, it's going to get even more clear than the one prior that I'm doing. I like what I'm seeing. Hit them both now with the 600. They are looking good. They are looking the way they're supposed to. They feel the way they're supposed to. There's no more of that old clear coat. Obviously, there's some little spots where I just can't obviously get to, but for the most part, they are looking much better than what they did before, so we're doing good. Now, what I just did with the 220, the 3 whatever it was 20, and then the 600, all that can be done by hand as well. You don't have to do it with an actual like orbital sander. It's just quicker that way. The other way, it's just going to take a little more elbow grease and more finessing, because you might put too much pressure on, let's just say, these 2 fingers and these 2 fingers. So it's easy with the DA to really put that pressure down evenly, unless you do it with like a foam pad underneath the sandpaper. But yeah, you could do it by hand. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab some water and wet sand it with the 1200, wet sand it with the 2000, and then we'll get to cleaning off the headlight with some acetone and then spraying her down. I am going to have to definitely attend to the moisture getting inside, but we'll do that later on. Just want to show you guys how to restore the front part of it. Now, all this top and the sides, you're really not going to see it because it sits behind like the radiator support and whatnot, but still want to get it looking good. Right now, I'm still on the 1200. I haven't gone to the 2000 yet. But so far, man, we're looking really, really good. I'm very, very happy with how it's coming out. Okay, 1200 is done on both. Now we'll hit it with the 2000. Whew! It's hot out here, y'all. It's hot out here. But we put in the work. We're putting in the work. We're gonna let them go ahead and sit for a little longer, let them air dry a little bit more, and then go ahead and hit them with the clear coat. Let me show you guys what clear coat we're gonna be using. Don't use the cheap stuff that you can go to Pep Boys, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, all that. Get yourself some good clear coat. This stuff is very, very, very good. I've used it on many, many vehicles, many engine bays, headlights. This stuff works very good. It has the clear inside, and then it has the hardener at the bottom, which you take this little red cap, put it on the bottom, you pop it, and that activates the hardener. This stuff is very, very good. Don't use that cheap stuff. Did a really quick tape job on them, and now we are ready to spray. It's very, very hard to tell. Maybe from the side. There we go. That's a good shot there. You guys can see how nice and smooth that clear coat is sitting. Damn, that looks freaking good. So that's coat number 1. We'll let that sit for about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll hit it with coat number 2. My bad, I forgot to record the second coat that we went ahead and put on the headlights. But again, you guys can see how awesome they are looking. They're looking really, really good. Pops just came out. He approved. So you know that's a good sign. But yeah, once I addressed the moisture issue, look at that glare. Look at that gloss, man. Damn. It looked really good. Very, very happy with this outcome, guys. Very happy. The one thing that kind of sucks that with this that if you don't use the whole can, you kind of have to throw it away, because there's no like storing it, because you already popped the hardener of the can. So once you use a little bit of it, if you don't use it all, you got to throw the rest away. You see, I went ahead and brought the lights out here to give you guys a little bit of a better look. Again, camera is not doing it justice, but they look way freaking better. So we'll let them sit here, bake in the sun, get nice and dry. Damn, man, what a waste. But that is that, ladies and gents. I hope you guys learned how to restore headlights. Again, whether it's glass or plastic, it's pretty much the exact same process. There's another process you could do, which was pretty much the same thing, and then you're gonna buff and polish out the headlights instead of using clear coat. Let's get to 700 subs. You guys know the vibes, man. Chase the dream, not the competition. Peace, y'all.